In 1864, in Washington County, Indiana, white residents made a very simple proposal to the black community: leave or die. In 1886, a mob of 500 whites in Comanche County, Texas, lynched a black teenager and then forced every black out of the county. In 1901, in Pierce City, Missouri, after the death of a white woman, a black man was hung and 2 others burned in their homes. Then, at gunpoint, the remaining blacks were told to leave town. In 1905 and 1909, Harrison, Arkansas's white citizens expelled their African-American neighbors in 2 waves of terror. And in Forsyth County, Georgia, in 1912, black homes were dynamited, forcing more than 1,000 black residents of the county to flee. The pattern is eerily similar: an alleged crime against a white woman, the lynching of a black man, and the expulsion of the black community. The land the blacks left behind was lost forever, leaving a haunting legacy, where many of these counties remain virtually all white to this day. Elliot Jaspin, a reporter, has been investigating the banishment of blacks in the United States for several years.
When you start to read these things, you're stunned by it. It's so unexpected, the accounts of what took place. It says, Negroes flee from Forsyth. Enraged white people are driving blacks from county. Drive Negroes from Harrison. Negro residents in panic. If Bob Fancher leaves, there will not be a Negro in Boone County. The only conclusion that you can come to after you look at all this is that blacks feared for their lives and they fled the county. The terror was substantial, and they did not have time, in many cases, to sell their land. And after they left, a lot of them were too afraid to come back to try and negotiate any sale of land. So basically, the land is lost.
When I first learned of this chapter in American history, my surprise was replaced by the question, what happened to those African Americans and the land that they lost?
I was on assignment in Berryville, Arkansas. I finished up an interview and I asked the person, by the way, I've been here for 4 or 5 days now. I haven't seen a single black. Why is that? She says, oh, well, the Klan keeps them out. I decided I'd look at this a little further, and I was curious how many counties in Arkansas were white or virtually all white. So I got census data, and to my amazement, it was about 1/3. I said, well, what about the rest of the country? And so I expanded it even more. And again, I saw a whole series of all white counties. In most cases, cleansings typically occurred where there was a relatively small black population. States like Kentucky, northern Georgia, Tennessee, Indiana, Missouri.
So, was there one place in your research where a county where the greatest number of blacks were expelled?
Yeah, that clearly is Forsyth County, Georgia. There were 1,098 blacks living there in 1912. Within a matter of months, it had dropped to 30. It's the largest racial cleansing in America that I know of. It's also interesting because of this whole land question. It raises the issue of how do we cure the past in a sense? How do we come to terms with this? What do we do?